Raise a hand if you have ever experienced a moment when your head was spinning, legs turned jelly, hands were trembling, and somewhere in your chest a suffocating feeling arose. It can happen at school during the project presentation, while sitting in on the job interview, walking through the crowd, or even in the fitting room of a shopping mall. You know the name of this feeling. It's panic attack or anxiety. How many hands will be raised to this question? 10, 55, 100, or thousands? Probably more. I was there too. I had been noticing something was wrong with my mental state. Sometimes I cried almost every day, tried to avoid people walking outside, and had some skyrocketing anxiety episodes. But I didn't really pay attention to it until my first panic attack. I remember the day. Me and my family were wandering through the shopping mall when I felt like everything was pressing on me. It was pretty crowded. Despite the fact it was winter, I felt like I was somewhere in the middle of Sahara. It became hot and suffocating. The lights were bright. All my senses became more sensitive. My hands were trembling and I burst into tears. I felt as if hundreds of eyes were staring at me, even though no one actually was. I was scared. And my mom was no less scared. She tried to distract me, talk to me. Nothing worked. A pharmacist who sold us a sedative gave advice to start exercising. So imagine me crying my eyes out while doing squats in the middle of the street. But unfortunately, it didn't work either. I didn't know any breathing techniques, practices, or anything that could help me in these hard moments, so to calm myself down was a disaster for me. But I found a way to win in a fight with a strong trial such as anxiety. I'll tell you later. According to a survey of Bogomolets National Medical University, 45 out of 100 students they interviewed have faced panic attack personally. And according to another research by Shevchenko Scientific Society, over 50% even did not seek for support. What stops people? The problem is lack of awareness about affordable ways to cope with intrusive thoughts and anxiety. Many people are convinced that therapy is expensive, requires high-qualified specialists and professional clinics. And sometimes it really is. For example, an average cost for a private psychological session in Ukraine is $125, while the average salary is $500. Of course, the sessions are not affordable for an average teenager, so as a result, their mental health state gets worse. Panic attack or anxiety often paralyze people, make them feel confused with their mental health state, so they just don't know what to do and start to ignore symptoms thinking it will pass. But ignoring your mental health issues can lead only to bigger problems. As a long-term consequences, we are likely to have a generation with unstable mental states. With progressive mental problems, people can harm themselves. For example, approximately 20% of young people worldwide have engaged in self-harm at some point of their lives, making it a widespread issue. Furthermore, teenagers can start to use drugs to ease the symptoms or as a last resort for help when they feel lack of support during hard times. Approximately 60% of teenagers who abuse substances also struggle with underlying mental health disorders. Still isn't convincing? Permanent anxiety can destroy teenagers' social life, which is vital at their age. Teens frequently avoid school, social gathering, and activities to avoid embarrassment or fear of having panic attack in public. It deprives them of childhood and sweet memories from it. Unmanaged panic attack or anxiety in teenagers can lead to chronic depression, future panic disorders, lower educational attainment, and reduced income in adulthood. And the most terrifying thing is that those statistics are bound to increase if we continue to ignore our mental health problems. All the consequences bring us to the question we often avoid. What if I feel that something is wrong with me? What if I feel that I have some mental issues but can't afford professional treatment? What can I do? Remember my story? I was in your shoes. I remember how scared I was during panic attacks. It could happen at night, during the walks, in the shopping center, where you couldn't get professional support and you're the only one who can help yourself. I didn't understand how I could regulate skyrocketing anxiety levels and panic attacks that kept bugging me. But I have a solution to suggest to you that helped me. I can help you to relieve negative emotions and understand your inner world better. Art therapy. That day, I had no other option but to try to distract myself on my own. When I finally got home, I looked around and saw a sketchbook. Then I started drawing something in it. The wandering lines and meditative state slowly immersed me in calmness, and panic attack passed. If you want to try art therapy for the first time, you can try a next technique, a technique that can be suitable for everyone, color and motion mapping. Close your eyes and draw a continuous wandering line on the paper for 30 seconds. Then open your eyes, look in the tangle of lines, and try to find shapes or images, like looking at clouds. Use colors to fill in those shapes and develop the image. It promotes spontaneity and reduces the anxiety of perfectionism. Also, you can feel relief and understand your feelings at the moment better. It's important to mention that you don't need any fancy equipment for the first time. It's not necessary to buy 96 shades of color pencils or oil paints. You can start with simple pencil or graphite pen. As a long-term therapy, you can try a course of art therapy sessions with yourself. Promise yourself to dedicate some minutes of your day to small drawings. Day 1. You can free draw. Draw continuously for 10-50 seconds without thinking. Let your hand move freely. Day 2. You can start self-understanding practice. Try to draw your safe place. Create a place where you feel calm or protected. Add details, colors, textures, objects. While drawing, consider what colors the walls will be, what decoration this place will have. Or maybe it's somewhere near the sea. Which color is the sky here? Then ask yourself some deeper questions. What emotions do I feel there? How these emotions can help me feel relaxed and content? How can I use those feelings in other environments? Day 3. You can start self-reflection. Draw a bridge. On the one side, draw where are you now. On the other side, draw where you want to be. Detail the bridge itself. Is it sturdy, flimsy? What do you need to cross it? Daily practice can reduce cortisol, stress hormone level, enhance emotional regulation, and improve overall psychological well-being. When I started drawing every day, even if it was just small sketches, it helped me to forget about my voice for a while. I felt like an extension of my pencil, pouring all my emotions into it. Also, using self-reflection practices can help you to understand yourself better, cope with indefinite feelings, and build a high-minded personality. It made me think a lot and developed my emotional intelligence. Do you still wonder if art therapy is for you? Let's try a 1-minute test to understand if it resonates with you. A technique called Draw Your Stress. Grab any scrap of paper. Spend 60 seconds drawing your stress. It can be whatever it feels like. Lines, shapes, or maybe a terrible teacher, whatever is associated with your stress. Then destroy it. Tear it into small pieces, cross it out, redraw it differently. Do you feel even 5% better than before? If the answer is yes, art therapy will work for you. And remember, art is not something unapproachable. No one expects Mona Lisa from you when it comes to mental therapy. Art is always ready to inspire you and heal your soul. So let yourself fly through this endless sky of freedom and creativity. Thank you.